Good Monday afternoon. My name is Beverly, and this is belly dancing, beginner's belly dancing with the Paducah Parks and Recreation in Paducah, Kentucky. We're running a little late today, but things do happen. So bear with me and we'll have the time, hopefully, that we need to get a few steps in. Now, we have been going for several weeks due to the COVID-19 virus, and we've been online live with you, and I hope that you have gained some insight and knowledge into the art of belly dance. This is a very creative dance. All you need to do is learn the fundamentals and the techniques of the basic steps, and then you become creative with what you learn. There's so much that I have not been able to demonstrate and teach through this type of service to you. However, we've done the best we can, and we hope you have enjoyed it. Again, my name is Beverly, and we're going to get started with beginner's belly dance. We've already done several steps and techniques on reaching where we want to go with the routines that you may want to put together with these steps, or just practice and exercise. I thank you for joining in. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to stretch. Just get the body kind of stretched so that it will move a little better. Stretch to the side. Stretch your leg out. Flex your toes as you stretch up. Reverse sides. Repeat. Flex your toes. And if you can, let's slightly bend over. Just slightly bend over. Roll your back up one vertebrae at a time. Slowly. Stretch again. Up on your toes. And we'll warm up with some moves. First of all, we're going to do the chest lift, as we've gone over many weeks now, is to lift the chest up. I always say imagine an imaginary string pulling your chest up. Up, 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 up. Now take the string and imagine that it's pulling you forward, 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 out, drop. Out, drop it in. Out, drop it in. Out, drop it in. Out, drop it in. Lift one more time. Up, drop. 2, 3, 4. To the side. Pull to the side. Imagine those strings on each side, and they're pulling you like a pulley to your chest. 1, neutral. This is neutral. Just straight ahead. Don't lift. Just pull to the side. 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 To the left. Side. 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 I'm going to turn and let you see what it looks like from behind. Side, slide, slide, pull, 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 pull. Now we will combine all of it at one time, and this is loosening us up so that we can move this part of the body for the time that we have. Lift, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now take the chest in a circle. You're going to take it around. You've got the idea. You loosened up some. The idea is to make a circle. You go out. As you're pulling out, roll side, back, drop it in the stomach area, roll to the next side, and out again, then neutral. Let's try that in a little more speed. Out, side, back, side. Out, side, back, side. Out, side, back, side. Now, let's reverse it. Out, side, back, side. Out, side, back, side. Out, side, back, side. Now let's double time with it. We're going to do it 1, 2, 3. We'll do 2 sets to the right, 2 sets to the left, which looking at me, you will have to determine your own left and right. However, now we're going to go with this. Well, first of all, we're going to just start out. Going to do 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go down towards the hips and loosen the hips up some. I like loosening up the hips. I wanted to turn down the music some that you can hear me. Now the hips, we're going to slide the hips. The hips go side to side, just like your chest do. Belly dancing is isolation and control. I always say that because that is what we're doing. When you're moving this way, you're isolating parts of your body from the other part. It may feel like it's moving because you connected, but you're not deliberate with that type of movement. Now we're going to go with the hip slide. Okay, your arms are in position. Slide the hip. Out. Remember that string. It's pulling the hip also. Don't lock your knees. Keep your knees loose. Slide. Slide. This is neutral. Slide. Slide. Reverse. Slide. 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 Now let's put it together. Back and forth. It counts of 4. Lightly bend your knees. Slightly relax. Do not tense. The body will not move if you're tense. Ready and 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. Now we've loosened up through here. I want to work on lifting the hips. This is the position. To lift your hip, the hip will not lift if you're like this. It will not lift. You have to get in position, slightly bend your knees, lift the ball of your foot just to give you that momentum to help lift your hip. We'll start with the right hip. So with the hip lift, if you bear with me, just watch what I'm doing and my form. Okay, here we go. Lift, 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 lift. You lift the hip and drop it down. Up, up, up. Now, for a hip drop, you may drop a little lower to get that momentum going because the hip is going to come up and drop. So this is, let me demonstrate. It comes up slightly, drop, drop, drop. You see the form? Drop. As opposed to lift, lift, lift. The hip drops, drop, drop. Let's reverse with the hip lift. If it takes you to go down a little lower, if you can maneuver that, that is great. But anyway, let's start with the reverse hip. Here we go, hip lift. 1, lift, 3, 4, lift, slightly bent in the knees, with the weight in my thighs and the support in my feet and on the ball of my foot. Here we go. Lift, lift, lift. Let's look at the drop again on this side of the hips. It comes up just slightly, just enough to drop it. Lift, drop, 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 drop. It may look the same, but the hip feels like it is dropping. Drop, 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 drop. It comes up slightly, as I said, and then drop it. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Now, lift. That's the control and the isolation. Lift, lift. It's not going to the floor. It's lifting, lifting, lifting. Lift again. Lift, 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 lift. Control. Lift, lift. Now, we've done that part of the hip. We've done hip circles in the past, and I've just reviewed that quickly with the hip circle, and the knees are still slightly bent. But you're more or less doing a little rock to get started. You rock out, and then you come to your right or your left, whichever way you want to start. I'll turn around and describe it. Take the behind back, bring it around to the side, and front to the neutral. We start to the front. It pooches out just a little bit. To the right, bring it around, all the way around. Hip circle, all the way around. Reverse it, all the way around. You just roll in the hip. Just the hip is the one that's going around. However, because you can stand and not move any other part of the body and take the hip around in a smaller circle. But this is a larger, a bigger hip circle, and it's going around. And you come in and you do a smaller hip circle. Now, I want to get back to the Arabic steps. We touched on it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so what I want to describe again are the Arabic steps. The Arabic one is to step out, back on the ball of your foot. I'll turn to the side so that you can see. Step, ball, step, ball, step, ball, step, ball. Step, ball, step, ball. The ball of the foot gives you somewhat of a lift to give it some clarity to the step. Step, ball, step, ball, step, ball. This is also a traveling step. Put arms with it, and like this, you frame your body with the step ball. This is Arabic one. Step, ball, step, ball, step, ball. Reverse it. Using the same right foot, left foot to ball. You cross over just a little, slightly. Step, ball, step, ball, step, ball. Step, ball, step, ball, step, ball. Arabic one, if you want to write it down, is step, ball. Ball of the foot that is behind. Now, Arabic two is a little bit more difficult because you have the step, ball, ball. And we'll do it in a 4-count step. Let me demonstrate. Step, ball, ball, ball. Step, ball, ball, ball. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to transition. from 1 to 2. Remember, Arabic 1, step ball, step ball, step ball. Arabic 2, step ball, ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to transition. We're going to start with Arabic 1, then transition into 2. Follow along if you can. Ready, and Arabic 1. I'll say when to transition. Step, ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition. Step, ball, step, ball, step, ball. Transition. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that's a little difficult because it's a lot of stepping, but it can be fun in a routine when you put it together, and I'll show you a little bit later before we go offline how this is done. There's a step that we in our class, in our troop, call the Samiha, and it's different. It's spelled S-A-M-H-A, Samiha. Anyway, it also has a step push with the hip. That's why I wanted to work on the hip. If it seems that I'm going fast, because we do have limited time. However, let's try this. Let me demonstrate. The position is like this, or like this. Now, to execute the step, you step out. As you do, you push the hip out. That's the difficult part. It is the feet go step push, step push, step push, step push. Because the hip is being pushed up as you step. It's a little more difficult, and it takes some practice. So don't get discouraged with any of this that I'm showing you, because it takes practice. And I hope those in the area can come to class when we reopen, hopefully in September. So let's try the Samiha again. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the form. See, as my hip is up, my knees are not locked, but I need that push, that momentum to get the hip up, to push me forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember your body frame. Relax and breathe. Always breathe. If you're not breathing, you're not going to move. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That leg and that foot, the ball of that foot, is pushing the hip up. As I step out, it's one movement. 1, bring it in. 2, bring it in. Here we go again to the opposite position. 1, bring it in. 2, bring it in. It's a step up hip slide. You're sliding in with it. Here we go again. Step in. Step in. Okay. Step push up, in. Step push up, in. Not trying to confuse you, just trying to break it down into the different segments that make one movement. Ready, and 1, 2. Okay, ready, and 1, 1, 1, 2. Step in on 2. I'm stressing 1 to show, because that's more of the movement. Now I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to turn it around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm transition. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do is put some music combine all that we've done today. I'm ending because we have limited time, but I'm going to try to put everything we've done from the chest lift, slides, hip circle, and end with the Arabic steps. So start out with your chest lift. Ready, and up, 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 out, 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 slide, 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 up, up, chest circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hip circle. Just let the hip circle roll. Then bring it in for a smaller circle. Just circle. Hip lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hip drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arabic step. Step 1, ball, ball, step, ball. Start up. Step, ball, step, ball, step, ball, step, ball, step, ball, step, ball, step, ball. Transition. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I may only have a minute left with you. Thank you for looking in on Beginner's Belly Dancing with Paducah Parks and Recreation. My name is Beverly, and we're going to transition this song, the music that's already playing, and we're going off. I hope you'll watch again, always at 3 o'clock on Monday afternoons. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great Monday evening. Up, up, lift, 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 circle, hip, chest circle, hip circle. How much time I got? This is just to show exactly how you can transition, add on, create, and just have a great time dancing. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.